All right, here we go. Kev bought the collector box. Man, monster. Come on. All right. Look at that glorious Forgotten Realms stuff. All right. Trash we're gonna put over there. Let's get right into it, folks. Beautiful. And I'm always gonna check to make sure I have the right amount of packs moving forward. Cool. Because like I keep saying, I got a box that had 11 packs in it. It was a Modern Horizons collector box. And that's like $40, so not trying to have missing packs in my box that costs lots of money. That was terrible. All right, we're just gonna roll with that. So there's our packs there. Let's just get into it. So I haven't read like any of these cards. I've read a couple of like the really expensive ones, but not that many. Oh, got the Angel. All right, what does this guy do? Venture into the dungeon, black. Black's gonna go there. -2/-0, draw a card, blue. Sacrifice an artifact or creature, draw 2 cards and create a treasure. That's awesome. Deadly Dispute, I like that. You're ambushed on the road. Cool, that's white. All right. Tiger Tribe Hunter. Cool. Uncommons are going to go in their own little stack, because that's how I do stuff. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, create a 1/1 blue fairy dragon creature token with flying. All right. A mountain. Sure. Eye of the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Cool. That's a rare. We'll put you in a pile. Phantom Steed. When enters the battlefield, exile another target creature you control until Phantom Steed leaves the battlefield. Whenever Phantom Steed attacks, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of that exiled creature, except it's an illusion, and you sacrifice at the end of combat. Okay. Book of Vile Darkness. This is pretty cool. It's a good card. I hate these cards. I don't know about you all, but I really don't like the art on these. I get it's like supposed to be cool and D&D themed and all that stuff, but I don't know. I don't like it. Yeah, that's a common. He's gonna go into the green pile. We got the Battle Hammer, bro. Is that blue? That symbol? That's totally blue. I don't know what rarity that is. We're gonna say it's uncommon, which is gonna go there. We got this guy, Nadar, Selfless Paladin. Whenever he enters the battlefield or attacks, venture into the dungeon. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 as long as you completed a dungeon. Yeah, sure. Rare. Blue common. This is crazy. Dragon Turtle. Dragon Turtle? It's a Dragon Turtle. That's not bad. When it enters the battlefield, tap it, and up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. They don't untap until their controller's next untap step. Has flash. All right, I don't hate that. Pack numero 2. What do we get? We got the Indestructible God token. Yeah, that's a card that we have a token of, apparently, which is cool. Oh, we got some crazy thing under there. Death Touch green thing. You hear something on watch. Rouse the party. Set off the traps. All right. Inspiring Bard. Okay. Create a treasure token. Creature can't be blocked. Yeah, okay, that's not bad. All right. Temple of the Dragon Queen. This is awesome. This is a great card. I did know that one. Uncommon. Guild Thief. All right, that's not a card I would use. Swamp. Minion of the Mighty. Whenever Minion of the Mighty attacks, if you attacked with creatures with total power 6 or greater this turn, put a dragon creature card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Okay. Another puzzle board. At the beginning of your upkeep, roll a d4, scry X, where X is the result. Whenever you roll a dice's highest natural result, draw a card. That's interesting. The Black Staff of Waterdeep. It's a legendary artifact. You may choose not to untap it during your untap step. Another target non-token artifact you control becomes a 4/4 artifact creature as long as this thing is tapped. It's a 1-drop. It's pretty good. Alright. Scrying, rolling a d20 and scrying. That's cool. Death Touch Basilisk Man. Cave of the something. Cave of the Frost Dragon. If you control 2 or more other lands, Cave of the Frost Dragon enters the battlefield tapped. Blah. Cave of the Frost Dragon becomes a 3/4 white dragon creature dragon with flying until it turns still land. Okay. Oh, my piles got all fucked up there. Blah de blah, enters the battlefield, draw a card. Okay. And what? A foil Cave of the Frost Dragon behind that? Is this foil or foil etched? That's weird. I can't actually tell. Cool. I suppose. I don't know. Let's just keep it going here. So many cards that do stuff that I don't know. Another indestructible token, you say? I didn't think that these collector boxes came with tokens before. Is that true? Because, like, all the other boxes I've opened... Oh, no, that's totally not true. That's fake news. Okay. We'll put this over here. I just remembered. I was like, no, yeah, I totally had tokens in the other one. We have not gotten a single blue common card. Oh, geez. I fucked this up big time. I lied. We haven't gotten a red common card. These are all blue, right? That's blue. That's blue. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so that's blue. That's green. I don't like these cards. What does this do? Oh, we already got this guy. He's uncommon. Okay, go there. Plate armor. +3/+3 and has ward 1. Equipped for 3. It costs 1 less to activate for each other equipment you control. I don't like equipment decks. Do you guys like equipment decks? Because I don't. Teleportation Circle. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target artifact or creature you control, then return those cards into the battlefield under its own control. That is great. That can be really good for some triggered abilities. Share the spoils. Enters the battlefield, an opponent loses the game. Or an opponent loses the game. Exile the top card of each player's library. During each player's turn, that player may play a land or cast a spell from among cards exiled with share the spoils, and then we spend mana as though we're mana of any color to cast a spell when you do. Okay, cool. That was too many words for me to read. I'm not even going to worry about that right now. Sphere of Annihilation. Sphere of Annihilation enters the battlefield with X voids counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile Spirit of Annihilation. All creatures and planeswalkers with mana value less than or equal to the number of void counters on it, and all creature cards and planeswalkers in graveyards with mana value less or equal to the number of void counters on it. Is that mythic? Nope. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature dies this turn, put a thing on it. Okay, that's green. Green's there. Celestial Unicorn. Can I get, nope. Temple of the Dragon Queen. That's really interesting. Okay. Well, that's a rather expensive card. Circle of Dream Druids. Borderless foil. Yeah. How's it going over there?
Yeah, it's going.
It's going. We're taking pictures. We're selling cards. We're opening packs. Doing all this stuff. Palladium Games. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. Different token there. Palladium Games. Phoenixville, PA. Check them out. That's where we get all of our awesome Magic cards. What does this do? Search the library for a basic forest card, put it on the battlefield tab. Okay, cool. That's there. Unexpected Windfall. As additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards, create 2 treasure tokens. Yeah, that's cool. Hey, it's red. Wow, that's our first red card. Okay, we win. You come to a river. Fight the current. Find a crossing. Blue. Skeletons, vampires, and zombies you control get +1 at the beginning of your end step. If a creature died this turn, you may pay 1. If you do, 1 black skeleton creature token. Alright. Moon Blessed Cleric. Divine Intervention. When Moon Blessed Cleric enters the battlefield, you may search the library for an enchantment card, reveal it, then shuffle and put that card on top. So it's a tutor creature. It's a mystic tutor, whatever the heck it is. Enlightened tutor. Drizzt Do'Urden. Is that how you say that? Do'Urden? How do you say this card? Is it Drizzt Do'Urden? You're the person that played this thing.
It's been a while. I'm gonna guess yes. That's how you say it.
Okay. This guy's pretty good though. He's the double strike meister. Storvald Frost Giant Lair. Frost Giant Jarl. He's a Frost Giant. He's Loki. He's got Ward 3. Other creatures you control have Ward 3. Whenever dude enters the battlefield or attacks, choose 1 or both. Target creature has a base power and toughness. Base power and toughness of 7/7. Target creature has a base power and toughness of 1/1. That's cool. I like you. You're cool. Werewolf Pack Leader. Pack Tactics. Draw a card. Okay, until end of turn. Base power and toughness. So, okay, yeah, that's cool. That might be good with the Innistrad set that's coming out. Null Hunter. Sure. You're green. Temple of the Dragon Queen. That's the third one we've gotten. Lair of the Hydra. Lair of the Hydra. If you control 2, yeah, okay. So it becomes an XX green Hydra creature token. That's still a land. Yeah. Ooh, teleportation circle. Borderless foil. So I do want to say something that you're all going to hate, but I don't like these cards.
They look weird.
Not these ones. Not these. I don't like these. I'm sorry. I just don't like these types of cards. But this, like, they should have made this full, like a full picture or something. I don't like how much green there is, like how much extra space.
It looks wrong.
It looks like it's something from the 90s, which isn't a bad thing. I know some people are going to be like, oh, this is awesome. This reminds me of whatever. That's cool. Personally, I don't like it very much. Take that for what it's worth. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, right?
Exactly.
Opinions are like assholes, they say. Everyone's got one. Alright, so we got that Trample Cat legendary dude. Okay, this goes with Drizzt. This little token here. That's kind of cool. Grim Bounty. Spoils of the Hunt. Yeah. You find the villain's lair, counter target spell, draw 2 cards, and discard 2 cards. Alright, that's not bad. Kick in the door. It's red. That's our second red card. What? It's a 2-drop 5/3 with flash, but it can only be cast if a creature died this turn. That's pretty crazy. Split the party. Choose target player. Return half of the creatures they control to their owner's hand, rounded up 5 mana. The flavor text just says, don't. Planes. That's really cool looking. I like that. Alright, what is this? Guardian of Faith. Enters the battlefield, any number of other target creatures you control fades out. Great. They don't exist in their controller until their controller's next turn. Okay. Doing some stuff. Radiant Solar. Flying Lifelink. When Radiant Solar or another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, venture into the dungeon, discard Radiant Solar, venture into the dungeon, you gain 3 life. Okay. Triumphant Adventurer. Okay. The Pegasus. The white Pegasus. The multicolored uncommon. Okay, good. I don't have to do anything cool. Meh. Eh? Oh. What are you? Frost Tyrant. Oh, stop that. Stop that. When it dies, create a legendary white equipment artifact token with equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature attacks target creature the defending player controls. Tap target player. You know what it says. You guys can read. Okay. Tiamat? Nah. Forsworn Paladin. Menace. Pay 1 life. Create a treasure token. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. If mana from a treasure was spent to activate this, that creature also gains Death Touch. Kind of like that. Jesse's enjoying my commentary.
No, I'm hating the fact that the card that I found in your sleeve is worth nothing, and if it was a different version, it would be worth like $80.
What card is it?
You see Manipulator?
Oh, that's been reprinted a million times. If it was like an old one, it's worth a lot of money. But it's not.
Nope.
Okay, what does this do? Attaches to target creature automatically. Yeah, that's cool. Sure. That's pretty cool. Pretty good. Alright. We got that blue boy. We got that white boy. We got that green boy. We got that black boy. Whenever a creature attacks against Death Touch until end of turn. Alright, that's pretty good. Got that other white boy. Got a blue boy. Just kidding, it's not. The Book of Exalted Deeds that is banned in some format. This thing is ridiculous. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, create a 3/3 white angel creature token with flying. Exile Book of Exalted Deeds. Put an enlightened counter on target angel you control. It gains you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. Activate as a sorcery. Yeah, that with like Faceless Haven becomes stupid. So it's banned. If a creature you control attacking would cause a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, it triggers an additional time. That's pretty cool. Wish. Look at Ellie Wick just being like, I wish for fire in my mouth. That's what the picture says anyway. Evolving Wilds. Alright. Fine. I don't even know where I'm going to put this. I guess in the land pile. Oswald Fiddlebender. That's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah. Whenever you cast a creature spell, it doesn't share a creature type with a creature you control or a creature in your graveyard. Copy that spell. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, how many do we have left here? What do we got? 6? 6 whole packs left. goblin. Ugly as fuck. Alright. Fate's Reversal. Hoarding Ogre. That ogre. Devoted Paladin. Contact other plane. Okay. Yeah. It's cool. Red Dragon. Fire Breath. When Red Dragon enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage to each opponent. That's awesome. It'd be cool if it was to each player, or to each creature. Ray of Frost. Flash, enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, if enchanted creature is red, tap it. As long as enchanted creature is red, it loses all abilities. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its control's during its control's untap step. Alright. Island Boy. What the hell is this? Meteor Swarm deals 8 damage divided as you choose among 8 target creatures or planeswalkers. Yeah, that's cool. Valiant Endeavor. Roll 2d6 and choose one result. Destroy each creature with power greater than or equal to the result. Then create a number of 2/2 white knight creature tokens with vigilance equal to the other result. Okay. Wizard Spellbook. Okay, this thing is a 7 mana artifact. What the hell does this do? Exile target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard. Roll d20. Activate only as a sorcery. 1 to 9, copy that card. You may cast the copy. 10 to 19, copy that card. You may cast the copy by paying 1 rather than paying its mana cost. Okay. Copy each card exiled with Wizard Spellbook. You may cast any number of copies without paying their mana cost. What? Is there a way to stack the dice roll? Is that a thing you can do? You auto roll a 20 or you auto roll the highest number on a dice. Sacrifice Mimic, add 1 mana of any color. Mimic becomes a shapeshifter. Yeah. It's an artifact. Go over there. This is not... Hey, look at that. We got that Eliwick Tumblestrum. Eliwick Tumblestrum. Venture into the dungeon. Okay. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. If it's legendary, you gain 3 life. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You get an emblem with creatures you control, have trample haste, and get +2/+2 for each differently named dungeon you've completed. Interesting. Alright, Eliwick. I'll wick your Ellies. Damn, I thought that was going to be a Timon. It wasn't. I suck. Alright. Mordenkainen. What do you do? Draw 2 cards. Then put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. Create a blue dog illusion creature token with this creature's power and toughness are equal to twice the number of cards in your hand. Exchange your hand and your library. Then shuffle. You get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size. Cool. Double mythic pack there. Can't complain with that. Loth the Spider Queen emblem. Did we get an emblem over here? Yeah, we did. Different emblem. Jaded Sellsword. When Jaded Sellsword enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it against first strike and haste until end of turn. Soul Knife Spy. Draw a card whenever it deals damage to a player. Cool. Circle of the Moon Druid. Bear form, as long as it's your turn. Circle of the Moon Druid is a bear with base power and toughness 4/2. He's a bear. Instead of a werewolf, he becomes a bear. Potion of healing. Draw a card. Did I already get one of these? I don't know. Whatever. Enters the battlefield, draw a card. Sacrifice it for 1. You gain 3 life. Sure. Room abilities of dungeons you own trigger an additional time. This is really good. Monk of the Open Hand. Flurry of blows. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a +1 counter on Monk of the Open Hand. Another Plains. That's really cool looking. I really like that. Dungeon Descent. Enters the battlefield tapped. Tap an untapped creature you control. Venture into the dungeon. Sure. Also taps for colorless. Chaos Dragon. It's a 4/4 with flying and haste for 3. It attacks each combat Fable at the beginning of your combat on your turn. Each player rolls a d20. If one or more opponents has the highest result, Chaos Dragon can't attack those players. Or Planeswalkers. Cool. Hand of Vecna. At the beginning of combat on your turn, equip creature or creatures you control named Vecna get +X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Pay 1 life for each card in your hand to equip it. No. Displacer Beast. And Evolving Wilds. I dislike you. I don't like you. Minion of the Mighty. Yeah, this is pretty good. Minion of the Mighty. I like Minion of the Mighty. Purple Worm. Silvery Moon Ranger. So it's a 3-drop 3/3 with reach and ward 1. Whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, venture into the dungeon. This ability triggers once each turn. Whenever you complete a dungeon, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Okay, well I got the Eliwick emblem, so that's pretty cool. Plundering Barbarian. Baleful Beholder. I hear that those things are really annoying in game. In Dungeons and Dragons. Leather Armor. What? That's kind of cool. So it's a +0/+1 has ward 1 and equip for 0. That seems good. Goblin Morningstar. +1/+0 trample, equip for 2. When it enters the battlefield, roll a d20. 1 through 9, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. 10 through 20. So 1 through 9 do that. 10 through 20, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token, then attach it to it. Sure. Dungeon Crawler. Mountain. Yang Tai. Okay. Hellish Rebuke. Until end of turn, permanent your opponent's control gain. When this permanent deals damage to a player who casts Hellish Rebuke, sacrifice permanent, you lose 2 life. Until end of turn, permanent your opponent's control gain. When this permanent deals damage to the player who cast... Okay, cool. So you do it on their turn. Got it. Loyal Warhound. Battlefield, when opponent controls more basic lands than you, search your library for basic planes card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Alright. Chittering Skeletons. Yeah. It's our first showcase black card there. Whenever this deals combat to your player, the player loses 1 life, another card. I don't. Alright, so we already got this thing. Oops. We don't like these cards. We don't like this card. What is this thing? Flying Trample. When enters the battlefield, choose 1. Each other creature gets -X until a turn. You lose X life. Return up to X target creature cards with total mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste until end of turn. Interesting. Interesting. Only got a couple of packs left here. Skeleton token. Hobgoblin Captain. He gains first strike as long as you have power 6 or more attacking. Devour Intellect. Target opponent discards a card of mana from a treasure spent to cast this. Instead, that player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it, and then they discard that card. That seems pretty good. Now a turn 1 good. Maybe? Can you get a treasure on turn 1 somehow? Gains your life when he enters the battlefield. Planner ally. Yeah, enter into the dungeon. Okay. Intrepid Outlander. Venture to the dungeon. Power 6 or more. Barbarian class. If you were to roll 1 or more dice, instead roll that many dice. +1, ignore the lowest result. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, target creature you control gets +2/+7 and gains menace until end of turn. Creatures you control have haste. Okay. This is a mountain. Ranger class. When Ranger class enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Rod of Absorption. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, exile it instead of putting it into their graveyard as it resolves. Tap X, sacrifice Rod of Absorption. You may cast any number of spells from among cards exiled with Rod of Absorption with a total mana value of X or less without paying their mana cost. Circle Dream Druid Man. I like ya. You good. Baleful Beholder. We already saw you. You go here. Sure. Mind Flayer. Mimic, we've seen Mimic before. We got a rare here. Triumphant Adventurer. Death Touch, yeah, we saw this already. Okay. 2 packs left. We're gonna get anything good? I sure do hope. Okay. Oh, it's a token artifact. So this is that thing you get from the Frost Man. Zombie Ogre. Venture into the dungeon card. Compelled Duel. Green. Boots of Speed.
My camera wasn't focusing because there's fingerprints on.
Oh, well that doesn't help. Choose your weapon. Double target creatures, power and toughness on the turn. 5 damage to target creature with flying. Alright. Why is Ranger class over here? Blue Dragon. Island. This guy. Beginning of your end step, exile the top cards of your library. Beginning of your end step, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of turn, you may play that card. Whenever you play a card from exile, create a treasure token. Okay. Skeletal Swarming. Each skeleton you control has trample, attacks each turn if able, and gets +X/+O, where X is the number of skeletons you control. At the beginning of your end step, create a tapped 1/1 black skeleton creature token. If a creature dies this turn, create 2 of those tokens instead. It's kind of good. Knoll Hunter. Purple Worm. What does this do? The spell costs 2 less to cast if a creature died this turn. Ward 2. Alright. It's a giant worm without trample. Oops. Treasure Vault. Yeah, this is a good card. Sacrifice Treasure Vault, create X treasure tokens. And this is the showcase as well. So that's cool. We like you. Chittering Skeletons. And deck of many things. Roll d20 and subtract the number of cards in your hand. If the result is 0 or less, discard your hand. Okay. Return. Jesus. Return a card from your graveyard to your hand. Draw 2 cards. Put a creature from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. When that creature dies, its controller loses the game. Its owner loses the game. Does that mean the person who owns it or the person who controls it? Probably the person who owns it would be my guess. Pretty sure that's how that works. Meh. Eliwick. Great Axe. Equipped for 5. Green. White. Cool. Druid class. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. When this class becomes level 3, target land you control becomes a creature with haste, and this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. It's still a land. Alright. Forest. Dragon Turtle. Druid Pacification. Purification. Excuse me. When it enters the battlefield, starting with you, each player may choose an artifact or enchantment they don't control. Destroy each permanent chosen this way. Third teleportation circle. Owlbear. It is a bird bear.
Owlbears are so cute.
This thing looks vicious as fuck.
They are. It's fabulous. I still love using owlbears.
Loathsome Troll. Alright, so we got that Den of the Bugbear. And that's it, folks. It's like foil etched thing. Or maybe it's foil? Because the picture is foil. The rest of the card isn't foil. I don't know. I'll figure that out, though. So that was it. You know, that was cool. It was cool stuff. This is a 40-minute video. Holy shit. Alright. Well. Whatever. How many mythics did we get? Got 7 mythics. Got some good stuff. We did not get a Tiamat. Not yet, anyway. We'll get one. Because, you know, I always get things that are good. Because that's how I roll. We got some good rares, too. Like the treasure vault thing. Got some good stuff. I'm going to have some more of these coming in. I'm going to open them. And you're all going to watch.